sheet pan chicken. And there's a reason everybody's going crazy over sheet pan cooking right now. And it's because it's really simple and it's easy cleanup and everything, and a great way to put food on the table. And tonight we're going to do bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, along with some potatoes, some carrots, and onions, some garlic. I've even got sweet potatoes, but the sky's the limit. You can, as long as you stick to a few guidelines on what you're cooking as far as times and temps, you can do many things with sheet pan cooking, and you may already know that if you're watching this. Now tonight, I'm going to add something to it. I'm going to do one. I've never done it in this device before, but we're going to do it in the Ninja Foodi 6.5 quart, and I'm going to use a Fat Daddy-O pan, which is very similar to a sheet pan. It's just round. So we're going to do it in that. In case you don't have one of these, I want you to see that you can do it in one of these, and I feel positive we can. My name's John Sanders. I'm also known as Jelly 007. Let's do some sheet pan chicken. Okay, so here's how I kind of got into sheet pan cooking. I did a video with this device right here, and I did a steak in it with the pan that comes with it, and this is a good answer for that video. And if you watch it, you'll see the pan twist up. The pan that comes with it is not real sturdy under high temps. So I was looking for something else. I found these. They work absolutely excellent. They don't twist. They're quarter-size sheet pans. They're made by Polarware. I get them at Sam's Club for $7.27 for two of them. So, I mean, that's a no-brainer. These are worth having even if you're not having a problem with the pan. They're really great, and they work excellent for this recipe, which is what we're going to do is I'm going to cut up. When I come back, most of this will be done, but I'm pretty much going to quarter up the onions, break up some, just kind of lightly smash some garlic. I may slice up some lemon to lay on top, which you'll be able to see. I'm going to clean up the carrots. I'm going to cut the carrots into pieces about like this. And these potatoes, I'm going to leave pretty close to what they are, which you'll see them better in a minute. I may cut these sweet potatoes in half. I'm showing all this because, like I said, it'll be done when I come back. I'm going to coat them with olive oil, and I'm going to lay a bed of this down, a bed of these vegetables down, and put the chicken thighs on top of it. I'm going to do the same thing in both of them. So I'm going to get these cut up and cleaned up and ready to go in there. And again, though, this is just what I want to use. You do have to stick to things that cook similar times. You know, you don't want to use something real small or something, because these chicken thighs have to cook a while. So you don't want to just throw in on something that's, really small that's going to overcook. And these size potatoes and the size I'm going to leave these, which you're fixing to see, works perfect. Anyhow, I'm going to get that started and get that done, and I'll be right back. For the record, there's about where I'm at on the vegetables. I'm not trying to, be precise or anything. It's not that big a deal. Here's the sweet potatoes. I haven't done those before, so I'm not really sure how they're going to turn out. I've decided to leave these whole, although I did cut a couple in half just to see how they do. I've got the whole garlic cloves. I'm going to kind of let some of those roast. I did crush one for each container, one for the Fat Daddy-O, and I'm going to put one crushed one in here. But, I mean, it's just, it's up to you how to do it. Now, I'm going to put a lot of this in there, and I'm going to put a little olive oil on it, or avocado oil, or whatever you want to put. And, of course, I'm going to spray these pans, both of them, where they won't stick so bad. You could use parchment, aluminum foil, all of the above. But for like $4 a piece, I'm not worried about having to replace that. So I'm going to do that, get them in there. We're going to get the chicken breast on top of that, and we're going to get this started. I'll be back. All I've done is I put about maybe a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons of olive oil on top of those vegetables, and I'm not going to need all of those, but it's not that big a deal. I went ahead and made plenty, and I mixed that up. I put some salt and fresh ground pepper on them, although the whole dish is going to get sprinkled with my go-to, which is Lawry seasoned salt, and because I love it with chicken. It just works great. Now, I didn't put the onions in, the quartered or whatever those would be, not quartered, but a little more than quartered onions in there because I didn't want them breaking up. I'm going to try and lay those in kind of whole like that. And then maybe I'll spray them lightly with this. But you can see I've sprayed both of these, so there's plenty of oil in the bottom right now that they're going to get on. And they're going to lay on top of that. So I'm not worried about anything sticking. Everything's good. What I'm going to do, like I said, is start laying out my vegetables kind of strategically to where that chicken can lay on there. I'm going to put like maybe 3 pieces in here, and I'm going to try and get 2 in there. Again, this is the first time I've done that, but I think this will work great for like a 1-person meal. You know, you could even put 1 in there, but anyhow, I'm going to get that started, and I will be back. Here they are. And everything here looks perfect. Now, this is the first time, again, that I've done this. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we're about to find out, and I want to know. And I've got 2 thighs in there instead of 1. I considered 1, but it got 2, so I'm going to do that. This right here, I put the vegetables down to kind of hold the chicken up where the air maybe can flow around a little bit. I sprayed everything on top with the olive oil on both of them. And then I sprinkled them with my favorite for chicken, which is Lawry's seasoned salt. And I'll show you, right here's all I had left over of all the vegetables that I had cut up. So, I mean, it came out pretty close. Again, the onions, the garlic, and everything's in there. The sliced up lemons. I did run a little more cracked black pepper across the top of them. So, I'm going to preheat both of these to 365. That's what I've found. This one right here seems to work good at. So I'm going to preheat both of them to 365. And once that happens, we're going to put them in. And then we're going to go buy my trusty Thermapen. And until those thighs get to around 160. And we're going to pull them out. So I'll get that started and I'll be right back. A quick side note is this one would not do 365. It goes from 360 to 375. So I've got the temp at 360. Now this one I've got set to 365. I've got them both set for around an hour and a half because we're not using time. We're using the temp. So I'm going to let them both get preheated real well. And once they do that, I'm going to give them a 5-minute after they preheat. We're going to set them in and get this going. All right, so luckily I noticed that I had the wrong tray on here. I had the one for the 8-quart. So now I've got this in the one for the 6-quart. And both of them have preheated plenty of time. So I'm going to set this one in first. I'm going to set this one in and get it started right now. Same thing right here. Slide it in, and you can see that that sheet pan fits this device perfect. So we're going to start us a timer. I can get to it and get it to brighten up a little bit, and it did not, so I'm going to watch. But yeah, you can see it. I started the timer, so we'll have an idea about what to expect with that amount of vegetables and chicken. We're off and running, and I'll be back. Let me show you what I did. One of the chicken thighs was a little high, and it was really close to the element. You can see it was burning. So I just opened it up and pressed them down just a little bit, kind of pushed them down in those vegetables. And they went real easy, and you can see it's real early in, but it was just really close to the element. And now I've got, I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch between the element and the chicken, where it was like 1/4 of an inch. But now it's ready. We're back and running. Okay, we're right at 30 minutes. So I want to take a look at this one. I've been watching this one with the flashlight, and I want to tell you something. It looks beautiful. But this one right here, I have not peeked. So let's look. And I can see it is a little brown. And so are the lemons. So maybe I'm going to press that down a little bit to get it away from that element. Now, one thing I might have should have done was got it a little lower or put less vegetables, because you can see some of them are burning it a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. Let's see what the temp is right quick while we got the lid open. Well, I can't get right in the center. And we'll pull it back. That's 138. Coming back. up through, see 145 and all, but down near the bottom, I did see 138 at one point. The point is, we're going to let that go a little bit longer, and I'll check it again in a minute, because I want to look at the other one, and that's what we're about to do. Move this back. Let's see if I can get where you can see that better, because this is looking really, really well, as it always does. But when I open this up, try and get a temp read off of it too. And that's what I mean. That looks good. That looks like something you'd get at a high-end restaurant, if you ask me. And we're going to check some temps on it. We'll check this one up front. 140. See, I'm seeing 138, 135. So we're definitely going a little longer. Get the lid back on that one. So it's been about another 10 minutes, and one of these thighs is a little small, so I want to take another look right quick. I'll show you what it looks like. It's getting a little charred in there, some of it is. And like I said, one of the thighs is smaller than the other. Let's see if I can get that camera to act right. And let's take a look right here on this thigh. And we're getting where I want to be. I didn't mean to move that, but 160. And coming out the other side, we're really, really close. And I'm sure this one should be done, as it's a considerably smaller. But again, thighs are very forgiving. So I'm going to, while I get my act together and check the other temp, I'm just going to let that one run. And I think we're good on those. I really do. But because I can, and I don't think it'll hurt a thigh to go to 175 or whatever, we're going to take a look at this one. I got to find my glove. Here it is. Let's see what we got. And these look as absolutely perfect, just like they always do. I almost don't even want to poke a hole in that one. And I got juices running right here, 180, 168. And that's at the bottom of it. 167. I think we are pretty much good. I'm going to look at this one. 163, 164. I'm going to check this one. I'm hitting the bone, so I'm about to call all of these good, I believe. I'm going to close that up. Get me something a little better to set all this on, and we're going to pull them out. I'll be right back. It is 43:38. I need to get my glasses on. We're going to take this one out. And I think you'll be impressed with the way it looks. That is, if I can do it with one hand. That worked. We're going to close that up and let it run. I'm going to get this one out, and I will have to get another glove for this one. We'll set this one out right here. I'll let it run too. All right, we're going to let those rest just a minute. We're going to take some temps. I will let you see them a little better. Uh-oh, I pressed a button I didn't mean to, but they look good. You can tell that. I mean, that one right there, it is. That is restaurant quality. It really is. There's nothing wrong with that one. It's a little dark, and I would have done it a little different next time, but we got a good idea of what to do next time. So let those rest a minute, and I'll be back. We're going to eat some of it. Right there is what the pans look like after I made 2 plates. And I want you to see them, because even though this one got a little dark, there's nothing wrong with it. And both of them were absolutely excellent. I'm going to try and tear some of this chicken open just to show you. But I haven't eaten any of the chicken yet, but the vegetables are spot on. Now, some of the carrots that I left large needed a little more time, maybe. It's according to how crunchy you want them. But a lot of them were absolutely perfect. And I have no problem finding some like this size right here. They were excellent. The ones that were not were maybe that size, maybe a little bigger. I don't know why I'm telling all of it. The star of the show, though, those sweet potatoes, they are perfect. And the onions, too. And I don't eat a lot of onion unless it's cooked. Well, they're perfect. Now, I'm going to tear into this chicken because I'm about to eat a piece of each of this. And I'm going to show you, well, I'll just bring the chicken over there. This might look a little, we're going to do it that way. And there it is. And the chicken's excellent. I mean, it's cooked perfect. I haven't tasted it, but it looks excellent. In fact, I will taste it. I'm positive it is. And it is. And the Lawry's on chicken, to me, is as good as it gets. And I'll show you this plate. I don't think I did yet. Anyhow, there it is. I may have already showed you this. I don't remember. But anyhow, like I said, the sweet potatoes, I mean, you can pick them up literally and eat them like this, and they work great. The chicken that I thought was too dark, to me, is excellent. And this is the largest piece in the whole, in either side. So I want to show it to you, just so you'll know that 45 minutes is about the cook time we went on. And I think you can see that is a perfectly cooked chicken, and it's obviously not dry. The onions, again, were great. The sweet potatoes, my wife's going to love the addition of the sweet potatoes. She loves sweet potatoes, and baby doll, that is. She's going to love that because they're as perfect as you get. Anyhow, hey, thank you all for watching the video. I got more sheet pans coming. I've got some that work really, really well, really easy, as this was. I mean, you see, it's one pan. I dirtied up one more bowl. I didn't have to. I kind of did it for this. You can put olive oil on it while it's in the sheet pan. The Ninja did great. Even though it darkened one up, I'll do that a little bit different next time. I don't think I'll change temps, but I will make it sit a little lower somehow or another. But keep watching, because I got another one I think is just as good, if not better. Y'all come back to see me. I love y'all all. And y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.